Hello, what's up you guys? Welcome to CAD Model of the Day number 558. How you doing, guys? I'm doing great because today I'm going to be working on a previous CAD Model of the Day that I started quite a long time ago. I started since CAD Model of the Day number 128, I believe. That was like a year ago at this point. I see Garlic Trade already blessing us with his garlic. You know, true to his word. You subscribe, you get garlic from the Garlic Trader. And, you know, he's like my favorite right now. So, you know, let's not get too hung up on stuff. I'd say let's just get into it, right? So, remember, if you want to get your work featured on this show, you can head over to the Discord, which I will link to right here. So I'm personally inviting you through this link. All you need is a free Discord account, and you know, follow that link, and you'll be part of one of the best communities in you know, just the CAD space. We'll just put it that way. Medelchi in the chat, what's going on? Glad to have you here. Be sure to pick up a garlic from Garlic Trader while you're here. But anyway, let's check what's going on. So share your work. We got a couple of new things here. Yaya saying, looks like my animations made it to the community highlights for April of 2021. Check the remaining highlights here. Awesome. 30 days worth of animation. Oop. Let's follow that link. Okay. Remembers me. Let's see what this is on about. Bit slow. There we go. So we have a couple of things here. 30 days worth of animations. Amazing. Yep, the classic ball sorter. And you know, people just in astonishment of his animation skill, which frankly I think that is fair. You know, he's very good at what he does, so he definitely deserves all the praise he's getting. So super congratulations there. What else? Alessio. Oh, that's his topology optimization. So starting model goes through topology optimization. Gets turned into a sub D model, final result, and then 3D printed. That's awesome. Very amazing. And topology optimization is for those of you who don't know, it's a type of simulation where you input a seed body like you see here, and then you specify the loads and constraints. And based on your exact loading scenario, it will determine what material is really required to be there in order to withstand your loads. So I'm not sure, you know, what the loads to withstand are here, but you can see that instead of, you know, having this entire block in material, that would be wasteful. Using topology optimization, you know, the software was able to determine that you don't need most of this middle stuff, and instead of having a giant block, you can just have a strut there to withstand most of the load. And Sebastian just made it in, and now it's a party. So, you know, welcome to the stream, Sebastian. It's always good to have you here. He chimes in, topology optimization is great, but I make that using ANSYS. Yeah, ANSYS has really been, you know, for a specialist simulation analyst, I think ANSYS has always been at the cutting edge of the industry. Although I think, you know, SOLIDWORKS simulation and, you know, and its family of products, they're always adding stuff. But I think like the difference between ANSYS and like SOLIDWORKS simulation, ANSYS is, like I said, for like the real specialists where all they do is run these kinds of studies. Whereas SOLIDWORKS simulation is, you know, the same kind of analysis, but made more streamlined for the mechanical designer. So the analyst will get designs from a mechanical designer, a different person. But with SolidWorks simulation, you know, the mechanical designer can run some basic studies before having it, you know, checked by an analyst to save their time. So, you know, I think that it's awesome that both exist, and, you know, both cut from the same piece of cloth, as, you know, we say here in the States. Maybe not anymore. That's a weird phrase. Anyway, Alessio just showed up. You know, well, welcome to the stream, my dude. We're just checking some of the community stuff here. I think the only thing left here is the memes. So, Yaya, today, he said, after waiting for 100 minutes till the animation export, I realized that I've set the speed to 1x, to 0.1x. So I had to only go on a tenth of the speed. The presumably 16-second long the presumably 16-second long video ended up being 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Exported once more correctly this time. Had it done in under 3 minutes. Yeah, it happens. You know, I do a lot of the same thing, you know, when I'm rendering, you know, where I have a setting that is just like set way too high or it's just not correct. I'm like, why is it taking so long? So no worries there. It happens to the best of us. But yeah, so what are we gonna do today? You know, I think that's always a question. So yeah, I should have had this prepared, but let me see if I can go back here in my my timeline, couple 100 days. But you know, while I do this, I will say on the property that you know, that I live on, we have this barn. And this barn has been there since the early 1970s. This is gonna take way too long. I think Instagram will be better. But we've had this barn since, you know, since we moved in, of course. But also was built in the 1970s, so it's had some wear and tear, but nothing like what happened to it when in 2017, Hurricane Irma came by and destroyed a lot of the structures. Well, I wouldn't say destroyed. It heavily damaged a lot of the properties there. And included in the list of damages was this barn. It got a hole torn through the through the roof, among other things, and the doors ripped off. Oh, there we go. Actually, a little bit further, because so this was the first CAD model the day that I posted relating to that. So this is the barn as it looked basically after the storm. So this door isn't open, it's just missing. And then of course this second door here is not in good shape either. So I needed 2 sets of doors. So thankfully I wanted to kind of restore it to its original design. So, you know, being that one door, you know, sort of survived, but not really. But if you look really close, you know, you can see, you know, what it was supposed to look like. So using that, I recreated a 3D model, and I built replacements and installed the door. So I'll get to that in a second. But also to kind of map out the storm damage. So 2 days later, I actually spent a day within the barn, you know, just kind of mapping all of the wooden structures, or I mean, all of the wooden struts. The ones in red are the ones that are basically irreversibly damaged, needed to be replaced. So if I do this, so yeah, there's the frame of the barn as seen from another angle. Yeah, there's more pictures of the barn. If you go to the next picture there's the big old hole in the roof. So, you know, a lot of work to be done there. Can even see, I even took it upon myself to replace, you know, some of the rotted pieces of wood from the that happened from the storm and it getting wet. That's how that looked like. Yep, and those are the new doors. So that's before I put the detail pieces of wood in there for a test fit. And yeah, hanging the doors was kind of hard. These doors are kind of large, and you know, took me a while, but yeah, this is basically where I got. Oops, liked my own photo. So that was March 27th, 2020. So this is more than a year ago. And I get distracted with other things, of course. And, you know, we just used a basic covering for the hole, but never really fixed it until, you know, this past weekend. So this is how the barn looks right now. So I took these pictures today. You know, the doors are still there without any paint, which is what I'm going to be addressing today, basically. New roof, new shingles. So the roof is basically brand new. You can see that's the color. And look, no hole. And that is a sample shingle, which will become handy for us in a little bit. So basically what I want to do is I have SOLIDWORKS open. I have the frame of the barn, so this is the model that I did a long time ago, as well as the door. So there's that. Let's turn off perspective and ambient occlusion. So there's that. But I'm gonna see if I can put the sidings, basically complete this model, or complete, because I'm not gonna put like nails or screws or anything like that, but I'm gonna put the actual wood paneling in there so that we can actually test a couple of color combinations, because yeah, this, you know, the barn needs a fresh coat of paint, but considering like how the new shingles are, you know, what colors would look good, and it's kind of hard to visualize just by, you know, looking at a swab. So hopefully with a 3D model, I can generate a couple of 3D models with a different color, with some color palettes, and I think it'll make it easier to choose. But yeah, so I have this. I'm gonna start by removing that red color. Remove. So it just turns it back into this. So you see I even modeled the foundation. Let's give that a save. And you're gonna put this into an assembly. I think that would be the easiest. So the barn goes in here. Yep, pretty good. And yeah, I'm probably not, it's not gonna be like perfectly built, but I just want to get the sidings on there. So if I like miter something kind of weird, you know, I'm not a carpenter, you know, I just do a little woodworking for fun and stuff like that. I probably should trim these members though. I think I could do that easily enough. But also I can insert the door, for example. So we can make the door, well, I don't want to make it flush to this yet. This is going to be interesting because it'd be cool to have the doors in there and you can open it and stuff like that. There are also windows. I might put the one back here because it looks like I did measure the frame. So I can put that one, but I think I left these completely intact. So if they're not, the windows aren't completely accurate, that's why. Trying to think if I should, like, you know, almost simulate it having, you know, if I, for example, sketch here. Let's not overcomplicate this, I think. From here to here is going to be all covered with wood. I'm going to assume that that is 3/4 of an inch thick. Going to the outside, merge result is still off. Like that. Also today, the puppies got spayed, so they're feeling a little bit down in the dumps, I guess you could say. Okay, so that is there. I can mirror that over, but I think I'll work on this first. Wait. Sorry, my thoughts are all over the place. Let's trim these members. I don't know why I didn't do that last time, but you could easily do that with weldments, and then going to trim extend, bodies to be trimmed. It's like these ones. And I'll disallow extension, and I'll specify that the bodies are these ones. I don't know if this is gonna work perfectly though. Preview. Allow extension off. Does not like it. So I'm just gonna switch to face or plane and pick the underside of these. There we go. Didn't do anything. That's very strange. Oh, because it's set to keep all of these. That's silly. So you see these flags? You can actually click on them to toggle between keep and discard. So that needs to be discard, discard. So that looks better. So if I do that, there we go. Now they're not intersecting anymore. Great. Okay. So now what? Let's put a roof on this. Put a roof on this puppy. I think I'll start here. Starting this point. And go all the way up here. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that it is 3/4 of an inch. Let's do that again. Yep, going towards the outside, that's looking pretty good. Actually, all of these are cut flat. I probably can take care of that if I get the top plane. Wow, it is so tiny. And copy. Let's say that I want to basically line that up with that. Can go to surfaces and say cut with surface, and then select the bodies. I think it's going to be a pain. Well, maybe if I go here, go to the cut list, because it should not highlight it. That stinks. Tassine, what's going on? From Pakistan. Glad you can make it. Hope everything's going well over there, and thanks for joining. I'm just doing some weldments. Man, I'm gonna back out of this and find out which folder does this belong to, because it's annoying that it's not telling me when I'm in there. So it is cut list item 9. So let's try that again. So surfaces, cut with surface. Wow, that is massively annoying that it's not here. I'm probably just gonna have to rename that because I can't see the number at the end. So I'm just gonna rename long roof segments, of which there are 26 of them. Yeah, you see they all highlight it. Alright, third time's a charm. Hey Deval, what's going on? Glad you can make it. Okay. Yeah, and now, here we go. Now I can just select all of these. So now we need to find, yep, it's cut, trimming the correct stuff. So if I do that, now my roof segments are trimmed. And what did it cost? Everything. No, let's not be that dramatic. Alright, so there's that. I think the back, I'll make pretty simply too. Let's get a reference photo from my collection. So it looks like the split is like right here. A little bit above the roof line, which means it probably lines up with this member. So I'm going to sketch here. And there are also some trim issues. I'll just line it up with that. Going towards the outside. Building a barn. So this next one, let's build on this. And let's convert that line. Convert, and convert. Looks like we're gonna have to do some trimming. Bro, get out of here. Trim that and that. Still no preview showing up, which is a little bit suspect. No problems found. Well, I see a problem. If I did that. 2 points gap. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta use your own eyes to find some... I goofed up. There we go. Now we see the shading, and that's a bit better sign for our contour. Alright, so I'll be able to mirror, so I think the last is just going to be the front section here. Let me look at my pictures. So there is a plank that goes right to the door, from the top of the door to the bottom of the upper doors. Then additionally, we have another plank here, and then this is all one piece. So I think the easiest way, or at least, for my brain, we'll sketch right there. So this opening is where the doors are supposed to be. So we'll start there and put that other side there. These are collinear. And then line it up with this. So it is collinear, and that should be one of the panels. Like that. Get rid of that. So it looks like it does have a little jag cut, which we can do, with the trim options that we have available to us. So let me hide that body for right now. Put this here, go all the way down here, like that, and for some reason, so it's still underdefined, so I'll just snap it on again. Okay, and that needs to be extruded. Yep, there's the overlap, but it can fix that with either a trim or an indent. I think both will work in this scenario. I think we'll also be modeling the top doors. I have the bottom doors modeled from that other CAD model of the day, but the top doors are not. But, you know, be able to do that easily enough. I might even be able to copy and paste. Well, not copy and paste, but copy the file and kind of modify it, you know. I think that'd be pretty interesting. But for this top section, you know what I'll do? Grab all of these and convert them. Take this top line and convert, and then you can actually yank that out of place and then trim. Same issue here, I believe. Just turn that into a corner. Now that is happy, but I also want to leave space for the door. So I'll grab these three lines and convert that as well. And let's trim. And just through this. There we go. We're getting somewhere, I think. So let's collapse. About the right plane, we will do a mirror, bodies to mirror. We need, oh, hang on, I didn't do the trim. Stop. There we go. Trim, let me try this tool first. Bodies to be trimmed is this. Only bodies be created by weld member. Okay, then we're indenting. This, and then select cut. See, and that creates the perfect kind of joint there. So the indent is really good at doing that. Perfect. So let us, let me collapse that. Right plane, so that, these, I think that's it. Alright, we're getting there. Let me do something else too, because if you look at the picture, there is this kind of like bottom section that is kind of like, it's like cement, you know, onto like a wire mesh. It's like a trim piece. So I'm going to try and model that as well. And I won't overcomplicate it. Alright, I'll start at the foundation, body.
I was wondering, have you seen any movies recently?
Oops.
What kind of movies do you like?
Grab that. Convert. Yeah, they're not perfectly lining up because of the corner they have, but that's okay. We'll fix that with our trim tool. And actually, I think if I say corner, I think I should just be able to click on this and that. There we go. So that makes it a bit faster if you're doing a lot of corners. So using the corner option of your trim. So this and that, there you go. Just set it back to power trim so it remembers that. And even though I don't have this as a loop, that's perfectly okay because I think I'll extrude this as a thin feature anyway. I literally can't tell what direction it's going. Let me zoom in a bit. So it was right beforehand. I do want it going towards the outside. Say like half an inch. And then just do something like that. Say 24. Just say it's 2 feet tall. Looks something like that. So yeah, this hello? I just realized I messed something up here with this. Oh, are they not perfectly centered? That is interesting. Well, oops, I did want that, but I'll say midpoint. And the origin, it's not giving it to me, so you can just remember you can actually pick it from the list there. Okay, there we go. Hey, Yaya's here. Congrats on getting featured on the 3D Experience platform, man. You totally deserve it. Your animations are really kick-ass. What are we doing today? In essence, we have this barn that's on our property that the roof got fixed. Here, let me show you a couple pictures. So we have this barn, right? Okay. There we go. And it needs a coat of paint, and it got new shingles and everything like that. So I was thinking that I could finish modeling this barn that I did in a previous CAD model of the day. And, you know, I can actually apply the shingles as a texture. And I'm thinking that I could actually prepare a couple of CAD renditions of a couple color schemes just to see what looks good. So that's why I've been completing this model of the barn that I have here. Yeah, so I didn't do like all these wood struts. I did that in a previous model of the day. But I did all this paneling, and I'm going to install the doors too. Let me check a detail. Yeah, so it looks like there is a plank of wood where the door needs to rest. Let me see where that's modeled. So that's not modeled here, so that's okay. So that's 3 by 79 inches. So let's do that here. I'll start from... actually, what I should actually do it before I mirror. So on this face, so I know where to actually put the door. So remember that starts... Come on. Doesn't want to give me that point. Oh, I guess it did. 3, 3 by 79. I'll say that's 0.75. There we go, and then I can update the mirror to include this member. Yeah, and they're intersecting the same space, but again, with the indent, makes that very trivial to do. So that and that. Very nice. I might have to adjust the size of this. Now that I think about it. Let me I'll put the doors on, and I might have to come back and adjust the panel because something's not right here. You know, we have this thing kind of sticking out. It's okay, we'll figure it out. So let's go to the assembly that we have here. Let's go all the way here. let's say full barn. And let's insert. Oh, there's already a door. Come on. Bring this out. And I don't really have the hinge more specifically modeled in that. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna put a line and this line together. And we're just gonna make that coincident. It's gonna serve the same purpose even though it's not like a true hinge. I will say that that is flush with the top. Now we should have a door that, yeah, that's good enough. I hope y'all had great weekends, by the way. Yeah, I know I did, especially, you know, with this being completed, and, you know, it's just something in the back of my mind that was, it was bugging me. We are going to do a mirror component with this. Hit next. And you see how that's kind of wrong? That's because when it flips over to the other side, this mirror component needs to have, it's handed. So to change that, you click this, create opposite hand version. And that looks, I don't think, the up axis. I think it's fine. So next, create new files or create new, I'll just create a new derived configuration. Can you set a limit angle? Absolutely. I think it's a great way of doing it. So this will also mimic the motion, which is totally fine. But what I'll also do, yeah, let me set that limit angle. So in reality, there's actually like a door stop that I kind of screwed in the top here. But, you know, since I'm kind of idealizing it anyway, you know, I'll just do it with a mate. So limit angle, of course, is under advanced mates. And limit angle's this. And let's say that we want this face, and maybe this, to be no less than 0. And let's put the maximum at 150. Let's test that out. So minimum is 0, so if I do that, it just slams closed. And 150 means that's as much open as it can be. Yeah, the doors are correct. So the thing that's wrong is the opening. So this is something that I anticipated when I first saw that thing. So I'm gonna fix that right now. So what is this? 6.5. If I want to make that 0.5, you know, which is kind of what it is, I have to go back here and edit the sketch. I need to get rid of this, I believe. Alright, so this right now, -6. 7. Oh, come on. -6 inches. 6 feet and 11 and a half. So that should update. Looks like this didn't update correctly. Let's check. Let's check it. gonna set a distance here, and I'll play around with it. You have a keyboard shortcut. Yeah, I mapped it to M. Just M on its own. Okay, so now that seems a bit better. So let's check our fit now. There we go. Oh, it's actually... That's kind of not what I... Oh, because I guess what really defines it is this. So I can say plus 0.25 inches. Rebuild brings them a bit out, and yeah, that's kind of where they're at. So as far as these go, I haven't taken any measurements of, other than the opening. If you look at the image like this, I haven't measured these, so I'm probably going to be guessing at the at some of these widths for its style. That's okay. So first thing I notice is that it actually has a full frame rather than just this surroundy one. Let me do that. Let me first open up the part, because I don't want to do top down, at least from this context. We've got to share shortcuts that one day. Yeah, for sure. Well, although I don't think you'd find my shortcuts very interesting, because I've gone through great pains to just I guess using the most basic ones. Basically, I try and use as close to stock SolidWorks as possible, except a very few shortcuts, and you know, the measure tool is one of them. How can you customize the command wheel? I don't know what you call this, but when you press right click, oh yeah, I'd be happy to show you. So really quick, just go to gear, customize, and what you want is mouse gestures. So that's this boy. And since 2019, they really upped, you know, the amount of customizations you can do. So you actually have 4 different ones depending on the context you're at. So if you're just in a general part environment, you can right click and move and you'll get certain views. I don't really use like the views very much. I use the sketch practically all the time. Then assembly and drawing. So first thing you want to choose is how many gestures do you want in a wheel. So you can, I'm probably going to goof up, but that's okay. But you can choose anything from 2 if you're just, you know, up or down basically. I think stock SolidWorks comes with 4. It used to be, the maximum used to be 8. So I actually run my my SolidWorks with the 8 shortcuts like this. But since I think version 2019, you could put it all the way up to 12. I find that this version is a little excessive. Like, I don't have that many common commands that I need access to. And also, you know, my swipes aren't that accurate, you know. So I find, at least for me, 8 is the sweet spot. So how do you go about changing it? So let's say I want to have indent, you know, since, you know, I basically use that every time I stream. So all you got to do is search for the command you want. So indent. And all you have to do is click and drag it and just put it on whatever wheels you want. So if I want to be in the part environment and then to right click and swipe up, I would put this right here. So you see I replaced that previous one with the new indent. If you want to take it out, you can drag and drag it on a white space, and you see now there's nothing there, but you know, so I can put that there. If you want, you can print the gestures, put it on your wall so you actually remember. Ooh, I actually printed it. Okay, whatever. I'll show you what that looks like. But that's the basics. So notice we're in an assembly. So if I right click and drag, oh what the? Shows it here. Oh no, we are in a part. I'm dumb. Yeah, we're in a part. So if I right click and drag, it shows up. But if I went to the assembly and tried the same thing, it's not there. So if you're wondering why that is, well, that's the reason. So now I can just click and drag for indent and then just run the command. Another thing to be wary of is I think you have to manually make sure that the commands you put are valid. So for example, you're not able to access wrap from within a sketch, but if you watch, I can take wrap and put that in my sketch wheel, but I'm basically throwing away a space because if I start a sketch and then try it, you see wrap is grayed out. And, that's just a limitation of the wrap feature. You're not allowed to use it unless you exit the sketch. But if you exit the sketch, now you're in the part environment and that goes away. So you want to avoid something like that too. All in all, just test it, and it's not completely gonna weed out those like errors for you, but it's pretty useful. So let's check out how my little printout came. Ooh, my Steam overlay came up. Hello? Can we get this out of here? Close. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What is it doing? Steam. Not right now. Steam and task. There we go. It's a little bit silly. There should just be an easy way to... Yeah, I already did. Well, I mean, YouTube lag and all that stuff. There should be an easy way to like dismiss that other than killing it in the task manager. That's just bad design. Yeah. Or you can do Control-Alt-Delete, but I like Control-Shift-Escape. Control-Shift-Escape brings up task manager from the get-go. Because Control-Alt-Delete brings you to that menu. So that's pretty useful. But back to this. I'm going to extrude. Thin feature, 3 inches. Going towards the outside. There we go. So that's kind of what that opening looks like. Task manager added to my start menu. That's pretty good. So yeah, Control Shift Escape. That's one way. If you add it to your task manager or to your start menu, you can do that. But if you right click in the bar here, you can also get to task manager that way too. So it's like very, as there should be many ways to get to it. Alrighty then. So how do I want to do this? So that's 50 inches by 48. 4850. 4850. Can actually write. Oh, did I show you the printout? Yeah, it just looks like this. There's no header or anything like that. But if you hit print, it'll just give you a page. That looks like that, and you can hang it on your wall or something. And that's the story with that. But with this, let's just do a save as and call this one top door. So I think I'll base it off of this. We want to keep the original document. Computer nerds discuss a rebel against Windows applications. Yeah, for sure. So that's what happens if I make that 50. So this 48 over 2. Oop, not plus 2. Over 2. minus 0.25 to actually generate a gap. All right, that's a bit goofy. So what happened there? Let's step through it. So, well, that went correctly. Why is it like that? How is the sketch defined? I guess I hard-coded it to 34. This is why design intent is so important. I didn't do my design intent correctly. Well, I mean, I didn't expect this model to be reused, but I think these are very important techniques to basically get around this and fix the design intent. So what happened was, so let's back up. Let's see the original door. This is why design intent is so important. So this is the original door, full size, 79 by 40. By the time I get to this, I specify its length as 34 inches. You see that? But what I really want is to just leave 3 inches of room on either side so I can actually fit another member vertically, because that's like the design of the door. If I move one step forward, I need to fit these members here. So instead of saying 34 inches, I really should have said that this is supposed to be 3 inches from each end. And that way, when I update it with my new values, it would have gone automatically instead of having me going back and fixing it. So I'll do that. And I'll put my design intent. Let me take a look at how it looks like again. And it looks like there's no thick members either, so I can actually fix the 5.5. Maybe I'll set that to 3 now. So now that updates correctly. What about these? So these were done correctly. That's good. So I have a member that looks like that. The design is actually different, so there's no way I could have anticipated that. Sometimes, you make something that looks like this, and then your boss says, no, it actually should look like this. It looks like an X instead. But that is something I should be able to fix fairly easily, I think. So that's still the same, 3-inch wide member. Let's put that in there. After being asked by Dassault System's social media team to send them some of my animation files, I went through every single one of them to make sure I don't make a complete doofus of myself. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of the reason why I was like a little bit afraid to stream, because I thought people would make fun of me and my dumb design intent. But I find that it's just a good learning experience, and it design intent. It really goes through, it really depends on how you want to, let's just say, use the files. Like, if it's just like a one and done, like most of my files are, like most of my models are, it's not absolutely critical that the design intent is perfect. But if you're, if you're like let's say a machine company that that designs automobile frames, it's worth the extra time to define your model in such a way that maybe you want motor vehicles of differing widths or lengths, and as many parts that you can make automatically update, the better. You're not clairvoyant either. You're not a genie that can see the future. But there are some like simple things that that you can do to make your life easier. Like, there's no way I could have avoided this one, I think. If it was like went from the upside down V to the X, I just couldn't have foreseen that. But that's okay. As long as you know what to do and you're not stuck, you can still do your job. I'm actually going to use the indent. Let's say that this one has less priority. I guess it doesn't matter. Hello? Did it not work? Let me try that again. Target body. This. Cut. This. Okay. Oh, what the heck? You guys seeing this right now? It's putting the indent down here rather than at the rebuild line. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow, that is peculiar. Well, let me get rid of this, because... Well, at least, at least an interesting thing about... we have evidence of it, because I streamed it. So, it gives me the rebuild. So, if I hit Control B, nothing happens. Well, it rebuilds. What about Control Q? Nothing happens. It just doesn't want to be rebuilt. It just... it's refusing to, A, be in the correct place, and... Or, yeah, A, be in the correct place, and B, refusing to be rebuilt. Hello? What if I roll down? It just hangs out there. What if I just manually move that? Now it's fine. Wow, that was bizarre. I wonder if I can do it again. So, indent. Here. Cut. Here. You see the preview? Yeah, it did it again. Sorry, I'm just so fascinated. And I guess that there's no difference if I do it through here, I would assume. Boy, that's really something. Bug report. Well, anyway, we found that's a perfect example of a low priority bug. It like briefly stops me, but with a little wang jangling, you're able to get around it. What now? Okay, so we have this. How is this defined? So midline with what? Oops, I copied it. I meant to try and break its... It's boogieing. So now I should have this. So I'm just going to leave that underdefined for a second because I need to actually know how the pattern goes. So sketch-driven pattern. Yeah, so I do that from the top, huh? So this is the top one. Dimension. Let's say that this is 3 inches from the top. I'm cool with that. Right, though there's another sketch that needs to be fixed. So fillet is fine. I already posted on the meme channel. You see, this is why I love having you here, man. Hello? Blizz? So what is this snapped onto? That's interesting. Display. Point 1 and point 11. You know what? Man, I did learn a lot of new stuff because, something that makes life easy is point tool, being able to find centroids. Oh no, it's doing it again. I need the point there. What are you doing? So point, go back here. Man, that is annoying. That is annoying AF. So let's get this. Let's see if I can't just break it like that. Hello? Oh, so it's the 0.5. This flipped. There we go. I'm cool with that. And then this needs to snap onto the point. If I were you, I'd spend as long as it takes to make these all these edits look before the stream to... man, I can't read. I'd spend as long as it takes to make all these edits before the stream to look as perfect as possible on cam. Well, that defeats the purpose. I mean, I have videos like that already. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be real. Somebody put that on a plaque for me. Dealing with bugs and, missing design intent and, other shenanigans that SolidWorks likes to throw at me, I think is, what makes this makes doing this live on stream special. So there's okay, so that sketch pattern's all right. There's another sketch pattern. So where? Sketch 6? Where did this come from? Was that always there? Alright, well, let me get rid of that. Get rid of this. It's just to be goofy. I can just do that. I'm a bug shooter. Yeah, you got that right. Alright, looks like the door is finished now. Mirrored component features. So if I do mirror, will that still work, or do I have to read? Well, I guess that works. Yeah, there we go. I didn't expect it to mirror it like that. Well, that works. Yeah, no, I actually I had streamed before a couple of times, like last year, for my 2,000 subscriber celebration. And I think I just kind of psyched myself out after that because I wanted to do streaming, but it's like, oh, then I have to prepare, make sure I got my notes, my lesson plan ready. And then I found out that I just wasn't streaming because, I just don't have that kind of time, with the full-time job. So I think the easiest way is just to go in raw, no rubber. Probably shouldn't make that reference, but just go in raw and just, work like I do every day. It's like I don't wake up at 6 a.m. to practice for 2 hours before my job starts. Nobody does that. But I think, not only is it easier for me to stream like this, but it's also, I think, more valuable to people to know, like, what is it that I do to, fix errors when they crop up. Boy, that is mad goofy, but I think we'll work around it. Yeah, we all here prefer the uncut. Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's just like, that's kind of how I am. I think there's so much other there's so much other SolidWorks content that's already out there that is like perfectly polished and stuff like that. You know, just look at anything from Go Engineer or Hawk Ridge Systems or Design Point or any of those resellers that, you know, they research their videos because they know they'll get called out if the facts aren't actually there. There's even some of my own videos where I like really, you know, polish it. So no real hinges? Nope. Not necessary for the job that I want to do with it. You know, maybe something else. Yeah, maybe some other time if I feel that I need it. But I just want to put this barn together, set some colors for the set some colors just so I can get an idea of what color to paint the barn. That's really the end goal. So let me go mirror component. So this. So top door. Also handed. Okay. So there's two options I can do here actually, now that I think about it. You know, this has like a similar mechanism where you can't actually open it inward, it's just outward. I could either, you know, tie these two together by setting like this in that parallel, or give it its own limit angle. Have you ever used a hinge in universal joint mates? To be honest, not really. You want to find out what it's for? Yeah, I've never either, but you've piqued my curiosity, Yaya, so now I must know. Get rid of that. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, if you go to mechanical mates, there's this hinge mate. Concentric selections. So line and... Oh, that's poopy. It needs to actually be a cylinder. I think I know what it's going for, though. Here, would an axis work? Here, let me put an axis. If not, I can put like some simple sweep here. But if I grab that, throw an axis down. Axis 1 is down there. So mate, mechanical, hinge. So the concentric selections. Again, let's try scroll. Axis 1, it does accept that. With this, not valid. Fine, I'll give this an axis 2. I guess it would help for me if I actually modeled hinges, but I'm too lazy to do that. Let's try this. Third time's a charm. Hinge. Concentric. Scroll. Axis. And then the top door with axis 1. So those got selected. So the coincident selections, maybe this and this. And then specify angle limits. So angle selections. This. No, I didn't like that. Man, it is being... I think I know what they're trying to go for with this. There we go. So maybe that gets currently set to 0, minimum of 0, and I'll just say max of 150, just like the other one. So I guess what the hinge mate is one mate that is concentric, coincident, and the angle mate all at once, if this is what I think it is. That's pretty neat, though. Wow. So let's test. Hello? Oh, you goofball. That's the wrong way. Alright, so I presume I just click on that to flip it. So that's wrong. Minus 30? Maybe it's the order of selections here. So I select the door first, so let's clear that. So let's select the hint, and then this. Man, if this worked, yeah, it's just going the wrong way. I wonder if I can actually select it from the, or flip the mate from the right-click menu. So if I hinge, flip mate alignment. Ah, that is so unfortunate. It is so goofy. Flip. Yeah, it flips everything. How do I turn that off? Okay, let's like open it like that. So let's put it in its correct position. Then go here, specify. Let's put a starting value of 30. Put this and that. Okay, so now, yeah, so I guess it's just similar to the tangent mate where you gotta get it closer to the right solution. Did I not just turn that on? Yeah, and specify angle limits. Oh, it's backwards again. The interfaces. Yeah, I'll try that. Hello? Yeah, I think that's bugged. If that worked, it's actually a way to combine this, and this into one angle. Into one mate, excuse me. Which I think is very clever. So those are the interfaces. So I put 30. I think that works, Yaya. So let's try that. Yaya to the rescue. And I think Yaya's a winner. A winner is you. So personally, I think that's a bug. It should work both ways. And if I click the flip direction, it should just do that. But yeah. That's very cool though. So if you don't want to put three separate mates, so I'm gonna add this to de facto hinge. Right on. So you can either have these three or you could just have a hinge. I might be using it more often now, to be honest with you. That's nice. Yeah, so as far as the colors go, I need to edit that texture, or that picture of the, the shingles, and then apply it to my model. So, open, bring this. First I'll do is, we'll rotate. Not by 180. Can I rotate by less than that? I know there's like a, there it is. Rotate 90 counterclockwise. Yeah, that's, I figured it did that, but I just wanted to try it. You know, it's a little bit silly. Right, so let's try this. If I grab a box. Let me try throwing a line down. Okay, it's got an arrowhead, but this is just to help me at least rotate one of the sides to be straight. Because I just want this bottom part. The wings on Thor's helmet. Oh, you know. try and move this selection to include all of that, and then I can say crop to selection. So we're pretty close here. But what else do now? Effects, distort, I think. I have quadrilateral reshape. That is a, that is so goofy. I actually need to oversize the image. Let's do that. And then resize the canvas to 4500 by 1000. Oops. I typed something wrong there. So the width, 4500 by 1000. I feel like I put 100 by accident. Reorder this. And get rid of this white background. Like that. See if I can get. I guess that works. Okay, and basically I just need to stretch you know, the shingles texture to cover the black square is the goal. It's the name of the game. Let's try that. Distort, quadrilateral reshape. Well, if I do this, actually that gets me pretty close. Move. Can just do that. Do this. Okay. Do that. And say crop to selection. And I think I'll keep that background layer there. I'll just merge it down. And there's our shingles texture taken from a real photo. I think this might be too big though. This picture's enormous. Let me save as. I'm gonna downsize the texture. Downsize texture. And just resize that maybe down to 25%. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That'll save a lot of resources. Alright, so let's go back to this, because I think I can just apply the texture. So I just click and drag that here. Okay, that's a bit goofy, but adjust. Advanced mapping. I think I need to rotate it too. Oops. Unfix the aspect ratio. I actually should just measure the shingle to get a kind of accurate look. I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm gonna go get a shingle. I got the shingle. So this is an actual leftover like set of shingles that we use. And since I took a picture of this, I think the best way of doing this is just getting a measuring tape. So it is 6 inches high. So I can just key that in here. And how long is it? That's a question. Put it down here since it's quite large. 39 inches. Alright, I'm cool with that. 39. 3 feet 3 inches. Yeah, and that's kind of it, you know. Yeah, it's not perfect because the lighting conditions weren't perfect on the shingles. And what I could do is crop it, but you know, I'll just leave it like that for the time being. So just add, oh god, no, why is it doing that? Oh. Alright, thankfully it kept my settings. Sweet. Imagine if tiling or if shingling a roof was that easy. You just click on them. So we have that down here. And then what I want to be able to do, I think from the assembly environment, I hope I can do this. But because basically what I want to have here, I wonder if I can just remove all of these textures. Is it not letting me select more than one? Oh, yeah, I was. It was just my computer was dying. That's all. Check out the memes whenever you can. I'll be happy to. Here, let me deal with this. Oh my god, that is so annoying. Alright, let that go. You guys like my Minecraft fire? Oh, you're totally right though. Oh my god, that's too funny. Yeah, when I flipped it that one time. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, the indent. Look at my face. I'm just like, what is it doing down there? So strange. Yeah, that's a pog. That gets a check. Let's see. And one of these. And one more, I promise. I need a comedy tragedy. There we go. Same with this. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Oh, you mother. This is really annoying, but polished oak. So I'll leave the concrete there, and I'll remove pine. So basically what I want to be able to do, it's very gray. Save, and let's get a primary color. That suddenly gained its colors back. Can we don't? Colors. Is there a painted wood? No, there's not. Let's go to organic wood, and I'll get a very light wood. I think ash or birch might be the one. Let's say satin finished. I'll apply that to the body. And oh, that's the end grain? Oh, that's gross. Hold on, that's not the right texture. Let's do satin finished. Do that. Better. And then now I can actually select this. It's my primary color. That is very violently red. Let me decrease. So we'll just start there, and then as long as if I go to here, pick all the relevant bodies. Painting the barn, painting the barn. Materials cannot be added or edited other than on the component. In edit, oh, that sucks. What if I say apply a component level? Oh. That's goofy. Yeah, but I might have to. I'm trying to think. Here, let me take this out again. I want to see if the textures would combine if I started here, right? Edit. Yeah, I don't work with textures all that much. So leave that and then put the same exact texture. So it adds multiple instances. Can I say consolidate appearance? Ugh, that made things even worse. Wow. Let's remove. Yeah, I guess they're just gonna have to be a couple separate textures. That sucks. Or what I might even do, I could save the whole thing out as a part, because we're just kind of analyzing the color scheme, and then just edit it in the part document level. Yeah, because this is not convenient. I want to be able to like change one, so if I do edit appearance and then color it red, yeah, it's only the one. Yeah, so let's save. Let's actually remove all the appearances. Well, let's not go too far. Yeah, it looks so bad right now. Let's do save as, so in assembly you can actually save that as a part. All components. Imagine being a software engineer for SOLIDWORKS. You're just a SOLIDWORKS engineer. But actually though, that's not untrue. So this might take a moment. Alright, I'm gonna play Yaya's game while that churns. Cause this, I've done this, what? Oh no, it's done? Oh wow, that was faster than I thought. I was about to say, that's gonna be a lot. So full barn. Here we go. So not bad, but it does all of this. There is 267 bodies. Let me put all of this in a folder. SOLIDWORKS software engineer, SWSW. That's awesome. SOLIDWORKS software. I never even noticed that. SOLIDWORKS software is SWSW. I'll leave that like that. Go to the beach ball. Yeah, no, yeah. Jeremy's not a software engineer. Don't look at him. Oh my god, this is absolutely potato. Oh, this is so bad. But I hope. So polished steel. Let's get rid of that. So everything except the downsized texture, pretty much. Remove. I said remove. I said. Oh, you son of a gun. Remove. So why is this appearance like invincible? What if I just clear the selections? So if I go in here and just like straight up clear. Do you... No to discard. No, you... I thought about that, but I want to keep the shingles. I don't want to have to do that again. So I might... We'll pick a face. This one. The bottom one you can keep that. Oh my gosh. I might have to do that actually. Yeah. What? You seeing this? And what's interesting, it's only happening to the doors, to the mirrored door bodies. Because this was the original and then I mirrored it. Control Q, maybe. Nope, they are invincible. Oh, we'll do this. Delete, keep body. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying. Can I get... Let me get, there's no power select. Or not power select. Yeah, why are these unavailable? That stinks. Yeah, this is bugged. This is scuffed. I don't know any other way to put it. This stream is cursed. Yeah. This stream is a meme mine. It really is. Oh god. Fine, I'll begin the arduous process of picking these to delete. It's gonna suck is the bolts, and then repattern them. That actually sucks. Yeah, you got that right. Best stand-up comedian. Haha. I just hate doing manual clicking like this. I try and do everything I can to avoid it. Yeah. I mean, I could use the filter, but it won't save the amount of clicking I have to do. Fundamentally, I have to click on each body at least once, and then I'm going to have to do it again to mirror this over. But finally, it's still here. You know, part of me... I know this is so dumb because I did this already. Let's suppress that. And then resave. That's so bad. Because I don't like it being there. Okay, so let's try that again. Because it's only with the mirrored door instances. Okay, so it looks like it did it. Oh my god, so what a mess. Remove. I swear to God. Okay, good. So I'll delete the other one. I thought you were gonna say, why are we here? Just to suffer. I just don't know. I just don't understand why it has to be so scuffed. I'm a sucker for too many details. I probably should just leave these bolts alone, to be honest with you. Sometimes you just gotta vibe. Well, you know, even though like I'm writing the struggle bus right now, I still love the software and just like, you know, because the thing is like, I don't think there's gonna be any other good way for me to visualize this. So, you know, there is a small sense of appreciation of, you know, enabling me to even do the visualizations like this. So now I should be able to. Hello? So I see I'm selecting stuff, but I'm not seeing anything changing, which is mildly concerning. Okay. Control Q. Original texture too strong. Man, it's just one thing after another, I tell you. I'll just do it by faces, which is going to be a little bit of a pain, I think. But everything else is failing me. Yeah, but at least we're getting the looks that we want. Yeah, SolidWorks is wasting no time to let me know that it hates me. But the good thing... Nah. Nah, fam, I'm good. You know, I do hate that it has to do this. Okay. Okay, so I can get rid of the first one. So now I have one texture that I can just go and edit the color however I want. So for the rest of it, this might be easy. Famous last words. Because if I just do this, apply it to the entire part, nothing happens because this is bugged. Yeah, but I mean, you're seeing it right now. Yeah. It's not letting me apply to. It's not letting me apply to bodies. Will it let me apply to features, which might be. That's what I might need to do actually. Because in this case, since these are all imported, the features are the bodies. Except, oh my gosh, this is so scuffed. So it lets me pick these ones, but not these ones up here. Oh, because that's not that's not the right feature. I just pick mirror. I think then it works, right? Alright, sheds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so, I mean, sorry to break it to SolidWorks, but I am the biggest wizard you will ever meet. It will ever meet. Let's just put it that way. So what if I just go like here and say propagate visual properties? I was already checked, but what if I just rerun that? It sort of works. So something I would like to try, so instead of like having this bright red, you can edit. And then I could say, oh, that's just going to be like very light. Yeah, well, I guess it can. Appearance file path. Let me go to. Yeah, I know this is potato, but I'm going to set it to a plastic appearance because the white is not white enough for me. There we go. So there's that. Well, sometimes you do need it, you know. So I see where you're coming from, Yaya, but I would attach a mileage may vary to that. So we'll say white again, but we'll modify the color here. Well, all I think you have to do is just rerun it. Like, just open it up and then run it again. So I'm going to have to do that here in a second anyway. And I think if I set the material to steel, it should take care of the appearance of the bolts, I think. Okay, I'm gonna leave that as is. Need to add that. Okay. this is what I want. The ability to just set the trim color. And I can get rid of the foundation if I want. Let's apply a scene. Amazing. Man, it just does not look very convincing. It literally looks like it's just floating. I think I know what to do. If I go to scene, edit, flatten floor. There we go. It still looks very tiny. Maybe I just have to shrink the environment size. Wow, looks like I'm looking through a crystal ball. Horizon height. Oh, I can. Well, let me put it back to like 7,000 or whatever that was. Oh my god, it's built for ants. No, this definitely needs to be put down. Whoops. Oh, the offset to geometry. Or I might have to do that manually. Because it's like, looks like it's floating. There we go. Yeah, that's really something. So now I can just kind of go here. I have all the selections made. So that's the trim color. So I could set the trim, oh no, that's the main color, excuse me. So now I could set that to like red. And set the trim color to like white. You're gonna get stomped. Jerry's saying this looks like it's gonna get. Yeah, this is wall. This looks like out of the field. Like over here would be like Wall Maria or something. For those of you that don't know, just check out Attack on Titan. It's a very good show. Very good show, but yeah, this does look like the field that is like immediately outside of the city. Oh man, I probably should model something from that universe sometime or another. Oh my god, is that to scale? I mean, the environment is the wrong scale. The barn is. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I do enjoy watching anime. Yeah, I haven't caught up with the main seasons of Attack on Titan yet. You know, I was following Hero Academia, but you know, I'm watching it with my friends, so I'm waiting till the entire season comes out so we can all binge watch it in one very unhealthy session, because I feel like that's the way to do that. Yeah, And actually, a lot of the models have been inspired by like a lot of anime stuff. I would say a lot of cool stuff. I wonder how a rendering would look. I don't think it'd be very good, but I finished Dr. Stone in 2 days. Oh, that's one I've been meaning to watch. Just learn how to build a civilization out of like nothing. Oh yeah, no, I know how. Well, the thing is like, I will never forget my friends telling me about Steins Gate. That anime is like 24, 25 episodes or something like that. And I started watching it at 9 p.m. You know, which is, you know, I mean, I was going to sleep late at that time, but I wasn't expecting to watch until episode 12. So yeah, episode 12 of Steins Gate. That is the no turning back point for that show. If you're once you get past that, you have to finish it. I end up finishing the entire 25 episode series at like 5 in the morning the next day. Like I binged 25 episodes in one sitting, and I was like dead. And also, it's like kind of like mind blowing sci-fi stuff. So I was in a state after that. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, but that was when it legit looks like a toy. It looks so cute. I mean, something I can do. Something that I do want to do. I'll probably do like one more edit, and then this is good enough for, a model of the day. So instead of taking this whole thing, let's just take like this middle portion. Yeah. And then say image crop to selection, and then let's do save as. Downsize texture 2, because I'm not creative. Let me measure that. So that looks like right at 18 inches. Let's do that, and I wonder if I can adjust it from here, because I don't like these lines. If I edit mapping, so let's change that to 18. Refreshes your soul, but gives you sleep deprivation. I kind of agree with that, I feel that. It's really, I think it's just like with that kind of medium where it's like you're animating rather than having live actors, like the amount of basically like the number of different things you can express in that medium is like, it's kind of hard to do the same way, because when you see something that is animated, you just kind of, oh, that looks so much better. You're kind of with the whole suspension of disbelief already. And then at that point, it's just like a show. Like, there are some really, really gorgeous, art styles out there. Like, they're just plain fun to look at, Also, some of the storylines that come out of Japan, dude, it's just wild, way out there. And I love it. I'm glad I fixed the shingles. I really like the way that looks, though. So here, I'll do one render like this. I don't think I'll do the render because it does look plasticky. I mean, and yeah, yeah, I'll just do one render for the heck of it. I don't think I'm even gonna post it, but I'm just kind of curious is all. Honestly, I like the CAD look of it better, you know, with the OpenGL graphics. That looks amazing. Oh, thanks, dude. You know, of course, you watched the fight to get here. Oh, there's actually one feature that I really wanted to try. But let me let this finish. Alright, so that's fine. We'll just leave that. But there is one thing I would like to do. And that is, we're going to go to our lights. Okay, this is... Okay, we're going to turn this off. This off. But we're going to add sunlight. Yes, okay. Okay, let's do this. Hang on, let me shoot. I really like the angle I have it at, so let me save that first. So I'm gonna go here, click Star Telescope, and call this 1. So when I adjust the so when I put in the sun, you know, I can put it back. So add sunlight. So the barn, the doors face south, so it needs to, so north direction. Can I pick this? There we go. Locate, oh, this is so cool. So there's the SolidWorks office in Waltham, New York City, Chicago, Albuquerque, Los Angeles. Oh, I can specify? Oh, bro, 1 second. I gotta find out the Fort Lauderdale. Coordinates. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the general city. So that north is 26. Yeah, let's put 26 around it. 80 degrees east. This is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Maps. I'm just gonna type in 26 and oh my goodness, this is cool. Time of day. You can say it's high noon, or do you want to say it's... Oh, you can do sundown? Bro, that is so cool. This is very, very cool. So you can see how it looks like at 9 in the morning. I lost my grass for some reason. That sucks. Let me put it back. Applying a new scene will remove the sunlight. No, 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 no. We're keeping the sun. Background sky. Oh, that stinks. Well, it's not the worst thing. So I guess it looks like... So if I say image... Yeah, I got rid of the sun. Make 2 versions. I can do that, yeah. Because the nice thing... Here, I'll do it in front of you guys. I have an idea. So, first thing, I need to get back to the original... what's it called? The original view. So, just bear with me one sec. I'm going to move this to my 4K monitor. And take a screenshot. Let's put this here. Let's get a new image. There we go, like this. And say, well, actually, I don't need snipping tool. Control Shift S. That's what I learned. Actually, what I should do, because if I need it in the exact same place, I should just do a print screen actually, and then trim it down later. So that's what it looks like on my 4K monitor. So now let me put the background back. That is very, very cool though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust the scene just like I did. 1 second. Advanced. Hello. Edit scene. Flatten floor. Okay. Turn on perspective. My computer is screaming, but this is okay. Alright, I need to adjust the... Yeah, I'm sorry I can't show you what I'm doing right now. But I'm basically doing the same adjustments that I did on the grassy scene, like setting the environment size and stuff like that, but I'm just doing that again. On the horizon height. Okay, so then I can print screen that and put that here. So you see how the barn is both in the exact same place, except this one has the dull background but or in cool lighting. This one has a cool background but dull lighting. So now let's get my selection. Do that, and then I can say crop to selection, and now I want to get my magic wand. Ah, yes, there we go, fixed it. So now I have the 9 a.m. lighting, so that's the original lighting versus 9 a.m. lighting. And actually, since I have like a background that I can use, so let me save this as a paint.net. It's going to be the header image. I'll call it 1. You might want to make a third version on a plain white. Oh, yeah, you could do that, or you could do magic wand like I did. I guess it just depends on the capability of your image editor or the... Would be neat if you could have it do a lighting time lapse. That's interesting. How would I do that? Here, alright, let me focus on this one thing, because I'm going to turn the sun back on. I lost the sun. That is sad. Man, but that is a stinky limitation though. Specify 26, 80. So let's do this. So this is at 9 a.m. Let's add a new background. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, I just realized. I actually have to go back to before I actually crop to selection. That's the only limitation. So I'm only gonna do a couple. So print, print that. I think that's 1 p.m. and let's do one in the evening. And then I'll call it because this stream has been going on long enough. This has been super fun though. 4, 5, 6 p.m. Yeah, I have no idea if I can like edit the sunlight during like an animation. You can cut the model and put it, but the problem is positioning. It can be tricky, so that's why I rolled back, you know, on my image there. So print screen. Doesn't look any different. Did the print screen not work? Try it again. Okay. So I have 3. You guys are giving me all sorts of great ideas. That's what I love. Crop. So that's an extra layer. 4, so I can just do that. Hide the layer. Hide. So that's 9 a.m. That's like 1 p.m. And this is in the evening. I actually like this one the best. Yeah, that was you are basically reading my mind at this point. So SOLIDWORKS does support changing lighting, and I've done that before. I don't know if sunlight specifically is able to be changed. But we will find out right now. Because... Oh. So, how... Alright, so the sun is being edited. Can be done in Visualize. Man, I really do need to get my hands on Visualize, though. So let's say 8 a.m. 8... Oop, it's dark. a.m. Or let's do 6. 6 a.m. Okay. And then we bring this maybe to 10 seconds. Can I add a key? Interesting. The plot thickens. Let's set this to 8 p.m. Oh my god, if this works. It's... Oh look, you can see the current time. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is really slick. That is so cool. Let me increase the frame rate. Okay, so it's calculating. Guys, this is... Honestly, I'm so glad I decided to play with the sunlight feature. I've always seen it there, but it's just one of those things that I just never tried. And then Marie 10 saying awesome. Yeah, I think it's awesome too. Let me try 26. So it's what's interesting is it takes quite a bit to calculate. And I think I made an error with the location, actually. And I wonder if I can put like a mask on this so I can actually have this like as an animation with the green background, with the grass background. All right, so I made an error. So let me see. You know what? I'm gonna save this one for safety. You know, in case I'm running low on time. Okay. 60 MP4. SolidWorks screen is fine. So we'll start saving that one out. Yeah, but I have to check. But the coordinates I meant to enter were these ones. So 26 minus 80. Yeah, which is like near my hometown of like Fort Lauderdale, but you see it's like out in the ocean. So it's like just to simulate the sun conditions. But I think I accidentally put 26 positive 80. Which is in India, actually. So I have to check. So northern India here. Wow. 1 decimal away. Changes it from there all the way to over there. Camtasia does support layers, yeah. I think that the only issue... Or not even issue. Actually, I think I know exactly how I'm going to do it. Yeah, we'll let it go. Oh yeah, so I actually see it here. So this is like, if this structure was in India, this is how the sun would look like there. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Yeah, because there's no way to mask out the background that is constantly changing, and I'm probably gonna have to adjust it anyway to be like more of the daytime slice, because if I have like sunset lighting and the grass is still the same, it's gonna look weird. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. So I think I'm just gonna have to take a midday slice of like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or something like that. Nighttime. That is very cool. That could do that. So let me edit this. Probably gonna have to edit the 2 keys. So I meant, so that's east, yeah. So that's minus 80. So hit OK there. And then I'm probably gonna have to edit the first key here. Yeah, it's my first time using it, so minus 80. We'll recalculate. So while this recalculates, I'll show you my idea for the editing, and it's basically implementing what Yaya mentioned. So let me actually find paint.net here. So actually what I should do, so the easiest way to do that is to get my magic wand, grab the outside, go to view image, or no, edit maybe? Yeah, invert selection. So now it's grabbing the inside. Go to the background layer and just hit delete. So what that should do, yeah, now I have a mask that has the background. So the only trouble, or not even trouble, but it's just, if I hit save as, let's do a PNG, it's a mask. And we're gonna flatten. And let's reopen the paint.net. But now, let's open Camtasia. Let's do a new project, import, and barn. So let's just get this one, even though it's in the wrong place, I could always edit. So there's that, and import the mask. Yeah, so then mask needs to be resized, and if I could have my snaps, that would be dope. Enable canvas snapping. It's on. Oh, there it is. And then for the barn, oh, that's, do it like that. And then I just have to do that. Let me lock. So this is what I was trying to prevent, at least a little bit, but that's okay. Because this resizing business can be a bit tricky sometimes. Yeah, I definitely need to turn off snapping now. And let's lock, see how it looks like. Yeah, but that's basically the effect. But I would just basically start here and then go from like to here to there, and then it would stop the clip basically. Because then, you know, when it has, you know, sunset lighting or twilight lighting, you know, the whole thing doesn't change. So, but yeah, that's the general gist of it. Call it that. So we can leave the mask in place. This looks like it has finished. So let me get this to come out. Let's say FLL. Save. That is very cool. So if you guys are wondering how you could use sunlight to spice up your animations, this is the way. Do I know the way now? I sure do. Put this here. I've been streaming for a long time. And wait for this to go, and we'll call it a day or a night. Here, let me try and fix the sizing while that's saving out. If I go like this, and then hand. Can make that slightly smaller. Fits there like a perfect cookie cutter. Yeah, and that's the color. Alright, so I gotta take a look at the other edge. I appreciate it, yeah. Sticking with me till the end. But, you know, it just goes to show with a little bit of ingenuity, and I definitely know Yaya has these techniques in spades, but you turn... I think regular people will look at challenges like this, like, oh, you can't have a background and sunlight at the same time. They'll just turn to their boss. They'll just turn to their boss and say, that's not possible. But when you're very clever and you have, you know, assistance from like other softwares, like you can get past them. It's very cool with just a little bit of ingenuity. So we'll update media to full barn FLL. This is so cool. So I think I'll start the animation there. So I can just do that. And then keep going until, yeah, 5 seconds, I think. That's why workflow matters. Yep. You got it, dude. So, playing that. Alright, so let's give this a test save and we'll call it a stream if we think it looks good. Oh, it's probably going to play in my VLC. Yep. I think that is really cool. Never regret the day I started graphic designing back in 2018. It helped me take my SolidWorks renderings animation to the next level. Yeah, and I think everyone can tell that, man. You know, everyone loves your animations. You know, you got Dassault Systems Media at your doorstep. You're gonna go very, very far with with your mentality and your skills. So, hopefully everyone learns from that, and hopefully you learn something in this stream here. So, I think it looks really good. I still have to make the little text, but I'll do that on my own time. So, if you like this stream and you want to see more like it, I would recommend subscribing. It would mean a lot to me, and we grow the family. If you want to help me out at no cost to you, I would recommend liking the video. So YouTube really likes right now, and that will help spread my influence and grow our little family here. If you're not part of it already, I would recommend being part of the Discord. I'm recommending tons of things. All right, but the Discord where we we share memes and share our work. If you want to get your work featured on my stream and get my impressions, go in the Discord and talk to some of the people we got here. We got great people here. Tongue twisters. Yep. So the link I posted is the link to get into the Discord. All you need is a free Discord account. It'll take you to the rules. Give that a read and click on the little teapot once you're satisfied, and then you'll get access to the other channels. And last but not least, this is my link tree, which has all other forms of communication with me, including my Instagram, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you this Thursday. Bye-bye.